As we approach the village of Kippen, some 7 miles west of Stirling, we overlook the course of the River Forth and Flanders Moss, which since being drained in the mid-19th century has been worked agriculturally. Until just after the Second World War, land was ploughed and furrowed by the Clydesdales, those great workhorses found on every lowland farm. Today, they are bred almost exclusively for showing purposes. The ubiquitous tractor, noisy, smelly, but infinitely more efficient, has taken over. In days gone by, the village blacksmith was the linchpin of the farming community, and his shop the centre of activity. Hot sparks fly as shoes are fashioned. Smoke filled the air as the shoes singed the hooves of nervous animals. Today, some 30 years on, the blacksmith is retired. He is now 92. He has lived in the village all of his life. He is still hale and hearty and visits the smithy daily. Not the towering and muscled blacksmith of legend and tradition. He tops just 5 feet. In his day, he had no brute strength, rather a knacky suppleness, which raised him above his lack of inches. He was also a character, as we will soon discover. His name is Andrew Rennie. His father, grandfather, and great-grandfather were blacksmiths before him. After 24 years of working retirement, Andrew decided to gift the Kippen Smithy to the National Trust for Scotland, and we join him today as he reminisces with Douglas Campbell, the Trust's own blacksmith.
Hello. There you go.
Andrew, can you tell me how the bellows are working now that they have been oiled?
Well, they're working a bit easier, you know. You can get the handle up and down with less force.
Yes.
Easier to work.
And
it'll be all right the next time they get on.
see,
But you can oil the bellows in the working parts just beside them there, you see. And if they get done once a week, it keeps them in order.
I see.
There are oil holes in places for the oil them, you see.
And how old are the bellows?
Well, I can't tell you their exact age, but they'll Be about 100-year-old anyway.
So they'll be here in your father's time.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And when you're an apprentice to your father, where did he learn his trade?
From his father.
From his father.
Ah.
So the family's been blacksmiths.
Yes, for 4 generations.
For 4 generations.
And maybe more. Mm-hmm.
Maybe more. And where were you born?
My father?
No, where were you born?
I was born in Kippen here.
Kippen.
Mm-hmm.
And how many of you were in the family?
4.
And what did they do, Andrew?
Well, my sister Isabel, she was a nurse. And she was matron of the Royal Samaritan Hospital in Glasgow.
Yes.
And my other sister was a school teacher. And my brother, he went out to the civil service abroad. And he was governor of Northern Rhodesia out in abroad there.
Was he? And what school did you attend?
He attended the Kippen School for a start, and then Stirling High, and then the university.
I see. And where did you went to Kippen School?
I went to Kippen School.
Huh?
And we're all trying for a bursary to go to Stirling High School. And we all made up our mind here at the time we wouldn't go to the school. And we made a job at the bursary, made sure we wouldn't get.
Oh, I see.
And we got a terrible doing from the schoolmaster. Oh, aye. No, perfectly well you could do it. I don't know why you made a mess like this.
And what games did you play when you were at school? What games did you play when you were at school?
What games?
Yes.
Oh, well, we had a lot of different games. And there was one game we played, the Cuddy Weck. That's Scotch. I don't know whether you know what that is or not, do you?
No.
Well, a weck is a weight. So there was one lad standing up against the wall, and he was what you call the pillow. Another lad was bent down with his head up against the wall like that, and you were all in a row, maybe 4 of you. Another side was at the back, and to jump up, see how many could go on that lot. And the first man, if he made a good jump, he was away well forward, you see. And the rest could all get on behind him. But if the first lad wasn't a good jumper, he just went up about half a road. And that didn't give him a good chance at all. And then they had to go out and get another lad a shot.
Do they still play these games today?
No, that's done away with.
They don't do that now. And did you like the school?
No.
Did you not?
We made sure we wouldn't go back when we went to try for that bursary.
And what age did you start work?
14.
14. Did you? Did you come right into the smithy? Did you come right from the school into the smithy and start to work?
Yes, aye.
Was your father easy to work with?
Oh, no. You know, well, they're different fathers, you know. There's some that would let their son, they wouldn't let the wind blow on them, you see, this sort of thing. But my father wasn't one of these kind. I had a terrible job. And I'll give you an instance. We were going at it one day, and there was a plumber working here, and he came in to get a loan on a vase. So he got a loan on one of the vases, you see. And he heard all this conversation going on between my father and me, you see. So after the thing was finished, he got a chance to come over to me. He says, "You've got my sympathy," he says. "I served my time with my father too, and it's a terrible job."
And what wages did you earn then?
I got the great wage of 3 pence in a week. Because my father kept me, you see. And I had, that was all I got for pocket money. That was my wages. Crumbs a week. At that time, I got a bottle of lemonade and a hot pie on a Saturday night, and that was my pay.
That's what you spent your money on?
Aye.
And so what was your main work in the smithy?
Well, at that time, horseshoeing was the main thing. And then cart mounting. That's mounting for the new cars, making iron wheel. And we did a lot of fencing. We used to go up the top of these hills there every morning, climb up and climb home at night, and do a day's work and come back.
Yeah, were the apprentices allowed to shoe the horses?
No, 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 they were looking on, handing the tools and this sort of thing.
I see. And did you have any excitement with the horses?
Oh, plenty of excitement, aye. They were always rearing up and flinging out, you know, and you had some great jobs in them.
I see. And did you ever tie them up? Did you have to tie them up?
Well, you couldn't tie them up very well because they were always pulling back, you see, and they would be apt to hurt themselves if they were tied up. Somebody holding them, and unless it was a quiet horse, of course, you could tie it up.
And when they brought the horses in, did you have the shoes ready made?
You'd have a certain length. You had them made, but you hadn't them clipped. The clips, the thing that goes in the front of the hoof, you know, goes up.
Yeah.
You hadn't that on, and you'd all that, and you'd to fit into the shape, and after the horse came.
Yes. See, so all the horses had different shape
Different
of feet.
shapes and different sizes.
I see. Well, thing way. And did you have a certain day, a busy day in the week, working in the smithy? Was there any particular day you were busy?
No, well, no. You were busy, of course, if you had ring and cart wheels, say, putting rings on the wooden wheels.
Yes.
That was a special day, you see, and you had a fire outside there, a peat fire.
How did you spend your weekends? How did you spend your weekends? What did you do in the weekends?
Oh, well, you had to get a rest as much as anything else. You were glad to get a rest in the weekend. And you didn't do anything strenuous. For instance, I never played much football the time I was working in the smithy because you had plenty of exercise without going out there and knocking your pan out at the football. You could knock it out in the smithy.
Yes. When you started off at the beginning of the week, was it quiet or was it busy?
Well,
When
no.
did you start
Monday was usually the busiest day of the week because, say it was a wet week, the farmers would be around the stables on the Sunday having a look to see what like the horse were. And that you don't need to go to the smithy. Take that to the smithy in the morning. And they all seem to come up in the Monday morning. A big queue down the road there. And you were kept going at it the whole day, chewing horses.
So, and how did you make a horseshoe, Andrew? How did you come to make a horseshoe? How did you start it off?
Well, you had long bars of iron, you see. They were maybe 12 feet long. And you cut the shoes off in the guillotine down there. The right size to make the shoe to fit the horse. And you'd have different sizes. If you were making stock, you start at maybe 16 inches. Cut them off at 16 inches long, and you ended up at 22 inches. And you maybe half an inch, every half inch, you see. And that gave you a stock. And that was the sizes you made. And when the horse come in, you got the nearest size and fitted it up to suit the hoof.
To suit each horse.
Aye.
And see, and what material did you use for it? What was it? The horseshoe, was it made of iron?
It was made of the best iron.
Best iron. See, and after they were shod, did you ever deliver them back to the owners?
Sometimes, aye. And we used to do a lot of carriage horses. For the like Stephen Mitchell in Buffon down there. That was the Stephen Mitchell, the great tobacco man, you know. That's where he had his farm down there.
Oh, it was down there?
Aye.
Yes.
And usually the groom come up with the horse and wait till it was finished, but this day the groom didn't come up. He come up with it, but he didn't wait till it was finished. So I had to take that beast home this day. And when the horse come up here from the stable down at Bahon. It was all dressed up with a hood over its head and its ears all covered and its knees covered with knee pads and a hat over its back and everything. Keep it on. It was all dressed up for the smithy. So after this beast was finished this day, I had to take it home. So I got on its back out there and went along on the road till a gig and a horse came at the back. And this kittle, this one up I had, you see, in it, got on the job and set off away at the top gallop, and me roaring and hanging on like that. But I found out that it was far easier to wait on the horse's back when it was galloping than when it was trotting. And I just hung on. And I never was as thankful to see a horse turning into its own stable. I thought I was bound for Stirling, but it turned into its own stable and stopped at the door, stable door. And its knee pads were all down, its hoofs, and its bonnet was all here away and there away, and it was in a fine mess. So the boy come out, the coachman, and he says, "What's happened?" Oh, says I, "Did a bolt," and says I, "But I managed to hang on." Oh, I says, "That's not so bad." So that was no damage done to the horse, but the knee pads, where it had been tramp on them, you see, they were all to get another knee pair of pads.
I see. What did your father have to say about that?
No, no. Oh,
did he say anything to
he
you?
couldn't say nothing, no, because
No.
it wasn't my fault.
No, no. And did you ever do any repairs to ploughs at all?
Oh, aye. The ploughs had to get their cooters and their socks dressed, some of them every night. And they were laid maybe once a week. That was putting a new piece on the cooter and on the sock, because they wore away quick in the dry field ground. In the cast ground where it was clay, they didn't wear so much. The clay wasn't so sore on them as the dry field ground, and they didn't need so much work down there.
And when did you start making wrought iron?
Oh, well, it started a long time ago. Sir D.Y. Cameron, an artist, used to stay in a big house down the road there. And he was always wanting some wee fancy thing made, you know, and he would come up and ask if I could make it, and I would have a go and try, you see. That was how the thing started.
I see. When you were making any wrought iron, did you get the drawings or did you make it up, your own drawings?
There are no many drawings. I had to draw it myself.
You draw it yourself?
Aye.
And what kind of things did you make?
Well,
See, you've got something here. Is this one of them?
This is what you call a pictish goose.
I see.
And
We'll lift it up a wee bit so we can see it. Are you holding it? You can tell us how you made it.
well, this bit here in the neck and the tail, it was made out a piece of 5/8 square mild steel and hammered out to that shape, and the mouth put in. And then this was made out a bit sheet iron, maybe 18 gauge, and it was flattened out in a stone. I made a hollow, and it's not stone you're sitting on there. Made a hollow in there, this shape,
I see.
and hammered it in there. And then I put these flutes on after it was out. Cut out a bit in the front with the hacksaw for the mouth, and put the eyes in with a bit right through there, and a wee eye in it. And this was the tail, spread out that way. The original of this was at the 1938 Empire exhibition in Bellahouston Park. But it didn't come in that shape. It was an ostrich with big long legs and it was very cuggly sitting. So I took a notion of the thing, and I took a drawing of this duck, but I didn't like the legs. But I drew the duck, and I made these wee legs here with the thing currying down. And that was one visit I had. I went back the next Saturday afternoon and tried out this with the shape of the thing in the show. Yes. And it was all right with this, and that gave it a different look altogether. And then I just happened to see a pillar with all the wrought ironwork on it, a stone pillar. And it had all the different shapes of different things. And there was one the split image of that, and it was called the Pictish Goose. So ever since then, I called it the Pictish Goose.
I see. And when did you retire?
Oh, I retired in 1968.
What made you, that you wanted to retire, what made you decide?
Well, the way I retired was, there used to be a farmer come in here. Once a week, going to the market. He come in here waiting on his bus. So the two of us go on the crack, and he said he wasn't taking his pension till he was 70. Oh, well, says I might do the same. But coming down to the smithy, a while after that, he's coming down with a horse when he dropped down dead. And says I to myself, you'll better get that pension of yours as soon as you can, in case you do the same. And I got the pension at 68, and I got so many shillings extra for working the years extra.
Let's see. Going back to your school days, Andrew, going back to your school days,
Aye.
was your family well off?
Well off?
Yes.
Oh no, they weren't well off. No. The blacksmith could never be very well off. What you got for shoeing a horse in these days was 4 shillings for putting a heavy shoe on a farm horse. That was all you got.
Okay.
And you could buy the iron and coal and supply everything. And that's what you got for the finish.
Can you tell me, what kind of Christmas presents did you get?
Christmas presents?
Yes, what kind did you get?
We hardly ever saw a Christmas present, but we usually hung up our stockings. There usually were a dozen ashes in the present, and an orange and an apple. That was what was in it. You never got any choice in that time.
And how did you raise money to get presents, to buy presents?
Well, we used to do galoshes.
Well, what was that, Andrew?
Well, it was a play we did for the schoolboys, you know, 4 in the company. And we went round the houses and got some money for farming galoshes, you know. Sometimes we got hunted, other times we got asked in. And we got maybe oranges and apples and a penny or two, and that kept us going.
And do you still remember the words?
Oh, aye. Would you like to hear them?
Yes.
Well, we'll see if I can make them.
Yes.
Keep silence, merry gentlemen, to your course comes I. My name's Bold Alexander, and treacherous am I. There's 4 of us all, sir, and merry boys are we. We're all going a-roving, and the house is for to see. The house is for to see, and the money's for to give. And what you freely give to us, we freely shall receive. The first young man that I call in is the Admiral Stout and Bold, who won the Battle of Hecky-Pecky and got the crown of gold. Then the Admiral said, here comes in the Admiral Stout and Bold, who won the Battle of Hecky-Pecky and got the crown of gold. The next young man that I call in galoshes by renown. He's gone to slay the admiral and take his golden crown. Here comes in Galoshes, Galoshes is my name, a sword and pistol by my side, I hope to win the game. The game, sir, the game, sir, it's not within your power. I'll slay you down in inches in less than half an hour. You, sir? Aye, sir. Take out your sword and try, sir. Here two warriors going to fight that never fought before, so I am going to separate them, for what can I do more? Fight on, brave warriors, fight on with all your speed. Give any man £100 that kills Galoshes deed. Around the kitchen, around the hall, old greasy doctor do I call. Here comes in old Dr. Brown, the best old doctor in the town. A hishy spishy, I learnt my trade. I came to Scotland to cure the dead. What can you cure? All sorts of diseases, to be sure. What do you do to cure a dead man? I've a little bottle in my waistcoat pocket I got from my Auntie Betty when I was 9 years of age. A drop in the nose, a drop in the chin, get up, old Jack, and sing. Once I was dead, but now I'm alive, and blessed be the doctor that made me alive. We'll all join hands and we'll never fight no more. We'll be as good as brothers as we ever were before. We'll bless the master of the house, bless the mistress too, and all the little babies around the table too, with their pockets full of money, bottles full of beer. We wish you all a good hug, money, and a happy New Year.
Do you want Galoshes?
It was Galoshes.
A wee play?
A wee play? Oh yes, come away in, that'll be fine.
Silence, merry gentlemen, and to your courts comes I. My name's bold Alexander, and treacherous am I. There's 4 of us all, sir, and many boys away. We're all going a-roving, and the house is for to see. The house is for to see, and the money's for to give. And what you freely give to us, we freely shall receive. The first man that I call in's the Admiral stout and bold, who won the battle of Hickey-Picky and got the crown of gold. Here comes in the Admiral stout and bold, who won the battle of Hickey-Picky and got the crown of gold. The next young man that I call in's Galoshes by now, he's going to slay the Admiral and get his golden crown.
Here comes in Galoshes, Galoshes is my name, a sword and pistol by my side, I hope to win the game.
The game's up, it's not in your power. I'll slay you down in inches in less than half an hour.
You, sir?
Aye, sir.
Take out your sword and try, sir.
Here 2 warriors going to fight that never fought before, so I'm going to separate them, for what can I do more? Fight on, brave warriors, fight on with all your speed. I'll give any man £100 that kills Galoshes dead. Around the kitchen, around the hall, old greasy doctor do I call.
Here comes in old Dr. Brown, the best old doctor in the town. A hishy species, I learnt my trade. I came to Scotland to cure the dead.
What can you cure?
All sorts of diseases, to be sure.
What do you do to cure a dead man?
I've a little bottle in my waistcoat pocket. I got from my Auntie Betty when I was 9 years of age. A drop in the nose, a drop in the chin. Get up, old Jack, sing. Once I was dead and now I'm alive, and blessed be the doctor that made me alive. We'll all join hands and we'll never fight no more. We'll be as good as brothers as we ever were before. We'll bless the master of the house and bless the mistress too, and all the little babies around the table too, with their pockets full of money and their bottles full of beer. We wish you all a good harmony and a happy new year.
Here comes Enrique Company. I'm the one that lifts the money. Says you get it for spirituals, put it in there.
Oh, that was lovely.
Tell you what, before I go, Andrew, could you tell me what age you are?
What age I am?
Uh-huh.
I'm 92 past.
Too fast. Well, it's been nice having a chat with you. You tell me how you had such a long life, a healthy life.
Oh, well, I'm a teetotaler. Never took any of the booze, you know. Never was drunk in my life. I don't know what like it is to be drunk. And plenty hard work. I think that keeps you fit.